But yes, I'm leaving Faze. Like I just said, I can't fully go into depth why I'm leaving Faze, but I am leaving, and I'm ready to, embark on my journey and work the hardest I ever have in my career to do whatever I got to do to make 5 star the biggest shit possible, make myself the biggest shit possible. Just keep working like we have for the past 4 years. Anyone that's been watching me for a while, yeah, I know I was never, like I always said, there's old clips where y'all niggas thought I got. Because I'm like, oh, I never joined a group, etc. Ended up joining a group, and I'm going to be honest, it's one of the best decisions I ever made in my life, joining Faze, like, for sure. To all my Faze bros, like this shit changed my life. I'm going to keep it a buck, it did. And I know this shit probably hitting y'all like, what the fuck, this out of nowhere. Like, we got all this shit coming up. But it's some shit that was sitting with me for a little that I really had to battle in my head. I'm gonna keep it a buck and just figure out what's going on. Like I said, I can't really go into depth on the details and shit that happened behind the scenes or whatever. So yeah, and I know it's gonna feel like a gap of information. Like, I'm trying to understand. I understand that, and I apologize to y'all for that. But yeah, like joining this group was one of the best things that ever happened to me. I enjoy my time here. I built relationships and bonds with people that hopefully last a lifetime. You feel me? To all the boys, I became family with niggas. Like, I consider niggas family for real. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And we always gonna be family in my eyes, but just we're wearing different jerseys.
Plaqueboymax has officially left Faze Clan, and I'm personally not surprised. A lot of people saw this coming. I saw this coming, and the reason why is that a lot of these streamers in Faze Clan are already way too big. They're huge. They're the biggest streamers, and they're all in one giant house. What is stopping them from starting their own thing? Like, if there's a Faze Clan, why can't there be a 5-star clan? Wouldn't be surprised if this is what's going on. Wouldn't be surprised to know that he's trying to pursue music. But this is what happened that got us to this point. Now, obviously, what brought us here was Plaqueboymax first announcing today that he left Faze Clan. And everybody's like, whoa, he's trolling. He has to be trolling. What's crazy, though, is that more and more, like, kind of legit pages, Scuba Ryan is probably paid by Faze Clan. I wouldn't be surprised to know if he's a part of Faze Clan technically. But he even went on to say that he has officially announced that he's left Faze Clan. And a lot of people are like saying trolls, da da da. A lot of people have different opinions. But something that did happen recently that kind of makes a lot of sense is that Faze Banks did end up leaving Faze himself. He stepped away. He's no longer the CEO of Faze, which kind of I figured would end up causing something like this, because you really want your boss to be kind of associated with a bunch of scams and whatnot. Personally, I don't know, to their personal image, it's like, yo, why are you associated with these guys if you're much bigger than all of them? Now, this is a mentality that I wouldn't be surprised to know that he has. This is something that for sure, a lot of people do think, especially his community and his fans. He does have a relatively large and strong community. I want to say probably the biggest community out of everybody in Faze Clan. Now, this doesn't mean that Faze won't be the same without him. I feel like they've been doing perfectly fine ever since he stopped his streaming marathon that he had going on, where he said he was going to stream for 365 days. Ever since he stopped doing that, they've been doing relatively fine and still trending here and there. Now, it does seem to be that he wants to actually focus on making music over actually streaming every day. That seems to be his real passion. And this seemed to be an announcement that wasn't really made to everybody. Like, usually you would expect that if you're about to seriously leave something and you've been thinking about it really hard for a while, you kind of tell your peers. For example, Senna called Kason, was like, hey, is this real? And then Kason sounded like, yo, hold on, like something serious is going on right now, which brings us to think that they're leaving in bad terms.
Wait, I gotta talk to you later. Something serious actually just happened.
Serious?
Yeah. I'll text you.
what could possibly be the reason as to why they're leaving in bad terms? They either got into a physical altercation with each other, he's getting finessed one way or another, like maybe he's getting taken a percentage away from his money for no reason. So let's say they're taking away 20% of his income, which I believe Bank said that that's not what's going on. But let's say that, you know, he's not getting paid his share fair. He's not going to like that. He's going to dip. Now, let's say he's just tired of streaming overall and he just doesn't want to do this anymore. He just doesn't like it anymore. He lost his passion over it throughout the years and he has other opportunities that he finds himself to be more passionate about. For example, music. To me, I feel like he's really wanting to pursue music more than anything else. Like he just seems like a guy who likes making music more than he does streaming. Could be wrong. Don't know the guy, but you know, first assumption. Now this seemed to be kind of like an abrupt decision because Stable Ronaldo tweeted from one of his burner accounts saying, man, today at 10 in the morning, which means they woke up first thing in the morning, or this was talked about yesterday. And he's like, yo guys, I'm packing my bags up and I'm leaving, which is kind of nuts. Kind of crazy. Now, XQC didn't feel this way. He felt like this is all cap. He says, I'm not falling for this again. You guys do this to me all the time. Not doing it. And this is what he said.
Chat, guys, I've been rage baited, chat, by Faze, dog shit, fucking view farming, dog trash a million times. I will not fall for this one. Guys, I have learned from my mistakes. I have learned from my environment. I'm not falling for this dog shit. Never again. Oh, this keeps on stream? Okay, sorry.
Now, Sneeko and Mike also had a reaction to this exactly literally right when it happened. He's like, hey, how do you feel about that? Did you know about this? And he's like, oh, no, I mean, I wasn't told anything about it. And this is what they said.
Did you hear that Plaqueboymax just left?
I just saw it
literally 5 minutes ago.
I haven't even talked to anybody yet. Don't know. I mean, it's wild right now, bro.
Do you like being fence sitting? I think a better word is like behind the scenes. Is it?
No, because behind the scenes, I'm not as much like I'll tell somebody you're wrong. Like I know who fucked up in all these situations.
Dabo ended up saying something himself as well.
That Max left Faze, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't think so, bro. Nah, actually, I support my man's whatever he does. But for Faze, bro, it's like when one person leaves, chat, y'all ever seen? It's a domino effect, bro. Y'all niggas know what I mean? When one nigga leaves, it becomes a domino effect.
Now, I completely agree with him because technically, let's say, for example, there's just no point for him to be in FaZe Clan. Banks left. It's just kind of weird. They're all just streaming and not doing anything. They just have a label to their name, which is FaZe Clan. What is stopping Max from being the CEO of 5 Star? Let's say he just creates his own FaZe Clan and it just ends up being 5 Star. What is stopping him from doing that? What is stopping any of them from doing that? They're all big enough to be able to do something like that and start their own groups and branch off and just create a whole different thing. If he's into making music and he's into doing all this other stuff that isn't just streaming, I can see why he has that mentality of trying to branch out and do something that, you know, there's no reason for him not to do.
The whole crew gonna leave, bro. It's generally just the truth. It's just the truth. Right or wrong. Right or wrong. It's like a dynasty. When one nigga leaves, bro, it's gonna become a domino effect.
Even if a lot of them do leave, for example, though, and let's say he does leave and then Lacey ends up leaving next and then somebody else ends up leaving next, they're just going to be, you know, FaZe isn't going anywhere. This is the second, third time, fourth time that FaZe dies. Even if they do die, they're going to come back bouncing. It's just kind of, you know, everybody wants to have that FaZe tag on their name. It's just the iconic thing to have. I don't feel like FaZe is going anywhere. Even if most of them did leave, I think they'll be completely fine. But this is kind of what just solidified the whole leaving situation when Your Rage went on and explained saying that, yo, this is 100% real.
When niggas go, you feel me? This is real. Okay, this is not troll. This is real. Still got love, all the love in the world for my dog. But he's on to different paths and like, you feel me? Like, this is real. This is not a troll. I swear on my life. And I hate that when we're at the point when niggas actually got to say some serious shit. The first thing everybody thinks everybody's trolling because we troll way too damn much. You feel me? But this ain't no troll. I have all the love in the world for my boy Max. Forever. You feel me? When Faze was talking about like, yo, Rage, what we doing? Rebrand needs to happen. Who we picking up? Plaqueboymax, the first motherfucker that came to mind. No ifs, ands, or buts. You feel me? But Max, he doing his own, you feel me? I'm not gonna say why. That's up to him to do. I'm not gonna do that for him. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let y'all know it's not.
So it hasn't been mentioned yet thus far why he's leaving. I'm assuming he's probably going to do it on stream and just explain like, oh guys, you know, this is X, Y, and Z why I did it. And Silky even had something to say. He said he wishes him the best, and he posted a picture with all of them together saying, not everything you see is trolls, love bro, and pray he goes up on his solo journey. So this does seem to be that he's planning indeed to go on an own solo journey. Makes a lot of sense. I don't see why, you know, you would stick around with everybody if you feel like you're bigger than everybody else and you can start your own thing, especially if you're that ambitious, and he does seem to be like an ambitious guy. So let's see what he ends up doing. Now, if this is trolls though, I'm never believing anything else they say.